Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3. Alright, and shalom to all you brothers out there declaring this truth, presenting your bodies as living sacrifice that the scriptures teach us. Back with a quick lesson. And the pride of this devil is going to be his downfall. Alright? The pride of this devil is going to be his downfall. Alright? If you clearly listen to what they're saying here, this is war talk, alright? No ifs and buts about it. This is war talk, alright? We are basically entering into World War III.
You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship that's killed priests and nuns. They've preyed on their own people. Their days are numbered. We're going to wake up one day, I hope in 26, in our backyard, we're going to have allies in these countries doing business with America, not narco-terrorist dictators killing Americans. This is a big frigging day. And everybody in the world is thinking differently than they were just a few days ago because of what you did. We had Venezuela, we have Cuba, we have Colombia in our backyard. And these three countries have been condemned ever since I've been in politics.
All right? Straight pride, okay? Straight pride. But like I said, we're living in a time of war. All right, we've just entered into World War III. This is Ecclesiastes 3, and I'm going to start at 1 and read down to 8. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to saw. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace. All right? And right now, we are in a time of war, okay? We are in a time of war. Now, you see what they just did to the president of Venezuela, all right? President Maduro, all right? They kidnapped the man. They basically stole the man and kidnapped him, okay? Well, the scripture says, this is Exodus 21 and 16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him. Now, I'm not saying they're going to sell him, but they still stole the man, okay? They kidnapped him, that's just like stealing. But anyways, it says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, okay, he shall surely be put to death, all right? He shall surely be put to death, okay? All right, and I'm going to read that in the NLT for you. This is Exodus, because this is what America did to Venezuela. All right, this is what Donald Trump ordered. All right, to the president of Venezuela All right, they kidnapped him. All right, that's what they did. They stole him, man. They kidnapped him. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 21:16 in the NLT. It says, "Kidnappers must be put to death, whether they are caught in possession of their victims or have already sold them as slaves." Okay. And what they did to the president in Venezuela, that was kidnapping. All right. Yeah, they made up a bunch of stories about he's a narco trafficker and, you know, boat drugs being smuggled on boats, you know, from Venezuela to the U.S. and all this, you know, all these lies. All right. But at the end of the day, this devil, he's known for being a liar. All right. He's known for being a liar. Okay. Scripture says they were found out to be. They were. Matter of fact, let me get that. Because this man he has no truth in him, so he's not gonna tell the truth. All right, he's not gonna tell the truth because he has no truth in him. All right, he's gonna continue taking what's not his. Okay. You know. That's what we're seeing play out right before our eyes. So we're in a time of war, all right, and you know, hey, I don't care what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and that's what I'm trusting in. Alright? I'm not trusting in this place. I'm not trusting in man. I'm going to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Alright? And Lord willing, I'm alive and my eyes get to see this devil go down. Alright? Hopefully we're alive to see the fall of our enemies. Okay? Because the Lord delights in that also. You know, the Lord delights, wants us to see the fall of our enemies. Okay? But this devil, he's going to go down. Alright? His pride thinks he cannot be taken down. Alright, this is Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy for his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Alright? And that enemy is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Alright? Starting with the elites on down, and all these other nations. Alright? Who had their hand in the oppression of the Lord's people, which are you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos, who are the biblical Israelites, all right, who are the ones that are living at the bottom of this society, okay? So, hey, you know, some of us is going to see the fall of our enemy, all right? And Lord willing, it's us. Lord willing, we all get to. All my brothers in this truth. Alright? So, yeah, we're in a time of war. So hopefully this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.